Hello and welcome to game 22 of Rolling Realms, live play game 22 at least, round 1, where I'm going to be playing Between Two Cities, Charterstone, and Between Two Castles. Before I jump in though, you might notice that I have some different dice here today, and that's because John at Gatekeeper Games has crafted special dice just for Rolling Realms, and I'm going to play with them today, and I've included a link to his website where you can check them out if you like this dice, if you want a giant dice, because as big as the Rolling Realms dice are and that are included in the game, these dice are even bigger. They're giant. And they have Stonemaier Games colors on them, which I thought was a nice touch. This is not a Stonemaier Games product. This is a Gatekeeper Games product, but I'm happy that John made them and thought of Stonemaier Games and Rolling Realms in making them. So we'll see how they roll today. These are big chunky dice. So I'll do the first roll right now, and then I'll explain how the three realms that we're playing with work. So roll number 1. They're big, but they roll, and the dice tray here really helps keep them in there. And hopefully you can see that on camera. Maybe they're a little bit tough to see, but we have a 6 and a 3. Let me know how well you can see that. I'm curious myself. If you can see that on camera. So we have a 6 and a 3 for the first roll, and now I'll explain how these realms work. So between two cities, you are writing down a number on any of these squares, and as long as that number isn't orthogonally adjacent to that same number. So if I have a 1 down in this corner, I can't put a 1 there or a 1 there. When you complete a row or column, you get the resources, and at the end of the round, you look at the lower scoring of your other two realms, and that's the number of stars that you get from Between Two Cities. And the limit on that is the number of squares that you've actually filled in here. So if you've only filled in 1 square this entire round for some reason in Between Two Cities, your max number of stars you could get is only 1. Let's do Charterstone next. So in Charterstone, you'll be using a number to cross off one of these buildings and gain the resource directly below it. And when you do that, you'll look at the other rolled die and you'll write down that number in the crate. And then probably later in the round, you can use a single number to cross off all crates that have that number, and you will gain 1 star for each crate that you then cross off. If you do create a die, so say I use some resources, I create a 2-value die, and I use that to cross off this building. If I do that, I will choose one of the 2 rolled dice and write down that number here. Last, we have Between Two Castles. You're building castles from the ground up here where there are bigger numbers down in the bottom, smaller numbers directly on top of them. When you complete a column, you get the resources at the top of it. And for each completed row in each castle, you get a star. All right, let's jump in and see how this goes. Again, let me know how well you can see these dice. I've done the first roll here. We have a 6 and a 3. Let's decide where to put them. I like the 6 over here in Between Two Castles, a big solid foundation because I need to put smaller numbers on top of it. And then the 3, let's put the 3, I usually go right for the middle space here. Yeah, I can't resist it. I'm going for the middle space. Go for that middle space over here in Between Two Cities. All right, I'm going to roll these chunky dice given to us by Gatekeeper Games. You can find the link in the description here. Let me know how you're doing today if you're playing along live with me. Roll number 2. They are big chunky dice. Maybe I should roll them one at a time. We have a 6 and a 2 this time. A 6 and a 2. Again, let me know how well you can see them. I don't think the numbers quite show up quite as well as the white here. John went with kind of a tan Stonemaier Games color here. But the dice still look great. So 6 and a 2. I'm going to use the 6 in Charterstone here and write down the 2 below it. I haven't used that 2. I've just noted that 2. And I gain a coin when I do. And now I need to actually use that 2 somewhere. Where to use the 2? I think I'll keep going with Between Two Cities for now. I'll put it right there. All right, turn 3. A 6 and a 1. Lots of 6s so far, which aren't particularly great for the realms that I have here today. Although the 6s are pretty solid in Between Two Castles. Maybe I'll put a 6 right here in that castle. And the 1, probably use it to complete this row. Yeah, let's do this. Let's put a 1 right here. That gives me 2 coins. And then I'm going to use one of those coins to create a 1-value die. Cross off this building. And then I get to look at either of the rolled dice and use that number down below. And I'm going to use this 1. Right down there, I get a pumpkin out of that. I've used all 3 realms. Can't reuse realms. Hey, Tim, thanks for popping in. I hope you're having a good day, too. Using these chunky dice today, which is an interesting rolling process. Yet another 6, a 5 and a 6. I should have been noting all these 6s down here in the bottom of Charterstone, but I didn't know that I was going to roll them. A 6 and a 5 this time. The 5 is good in between 2 castles, not at completing a column, but at starting a column. So let's start another column. Let's put that 5 right there. The 6, we can put a 6 over here in between 2 cities. Let's put the 6 right here. Let's put it right there. And I'm a little hesitant to create another die. I could create a 2-value die for Charterstone, but I don't really want to note a 5 or 6 over there. So, yeah, I'm fine with that. How am I behind in between 2 castles? I must have missed a turn there and not used it. I should. Between 2 castles has 10 spaces to fill in to maximize the stars, so you really can't miss even a single turn over there. A 5 and a 1. Okay, finally broke away from the 6s a little bit. Let's use the 5 over here in Charterstone so that we can note a number 1 down there, because you're trying to get as many of the same number as possible in the crates for Charterstone. I'll get a coin out of that. I haven't actually used the 1 yet, so I could use it on either side. I don't think it really matters because I'm probably going to just create a 1-value die over here. So let's put the 1 right there. We'll get a pumpkin and a coin, and I'll create a 1-value die to put over here in between 2 castles, I think. Yeah, I'm liking these coins right now. Finally get a star. There's another coin because I completed that column in between 2 castles. Turn number 6 with these chunky dice from Gatekeeper Games. Back to the 6s, and again, I've now hit every number except for a pair of 6s, where this would have been amazing for Charterstone if I had known this and used all those numbers and just noted a ton of 6s down below in the crates, but I didn't know. I'll probably put the 4 over here in between 2 castles, although the 4 might need to go there as well. What to do? I'll put the 4 over here in between 2 castles. Put that there. Don't get anything out of it. I need to use the 6 somewhere. That will probably, yeah, I think that needs to be in between 2 cities. I can't put it here. I could put it down here if I wanted to. Let's put it right. Actually, let's put it right there. And then I could create a die to use in Charterstone. I don't know if it does me a lot of good to note a 4 down below here. But let's note... seems just a little early to do this. I'm going to create a 1-value die and cross off some crates. Might be a little premature to do that, but I doubt I'll regret it too much later. All right, turn number 7. A pair of 4s. Interesting. A pair of 4s for turn number 7. What can we do with a pair of 4s? Well, they're good in Charterstone. So well, it's not good. They're functional in Charterstone. That gives me a heart. I'm probably going to duplicate this pair to use all over the place. So let's put another one right here. That completes this column, so we get 2 hearts. And now let's copy. We can use 2 hearts to create a new die, or copy one of these dice whenever there's a pair. So I'm going to copy one of those 4s and use it over in between 2 castles. Got such a strong foundation in this castle. I'll put it down there. We definitely need some more pumpkins, though. Hopefully I can get them out of between 2 cities in the last 2 turns. Yeah. All right. Turn 8. Back to the 6s, of course. This is the round of 6s. We have a 6 and a 1. A 6 and a 1. Not great for Charterstone, I'll tell you that. But we can use 6s over here in between 2 cities. So let's go ahead and do that. We need that pumpkin. So let's put a 6 right there and get a pumpkin and a heart. And now we have a 1. So what can we do here? So I can complete a column in between 2 castles. I'm just a little bit worried about Charterstone. And I'm not sure what to do about it. I probably just need to focus on crossing off that 4 and the 2. So let's create a 2-value die to cross off this 2 to get a heart. I'll try to get that 4 on the last round to get 4 stars on a Charterstone. So I'll use the 1 over here in between 2 castles. I just lost some coins, so I lean towards getting the coins. over here in between two castles. Although all I really need is one. Let's get the pumpkins. Let's do this. Let's get the pumpkins. I'm going to use 3 pumpkins right away and a 1 value die to put a... this is tough. This is tough because there's no pumpkin and coin over here. Yeah, I think I need to do this. I'll put the 2, say, that I just created a 1, upped it to a 2 to get 2 more coins. And on my last turn, it's possible that I can get all the stars from between 2 castles. We'll see. All right, let's try to get that 4 that we need from Charterstone in the last roll of the game. Hey, George. George says he's off to bed now, but thanks, George. You can play along tomorrow. I'll put this up on YouTube as well as normal. Final roll. We got, another pair of 4s. All right. Well, we needed the 4 over here in Charterstone, so we got that 4. That's 4 stars. So that pretty much means that between 2 cities will max out at 4 stars, which is fine. Let's go ahead and put the 4, let's put the other 4 over here in between 2 cities, and that gives us 2 things. It gives us 2 pumpkins and a heart and a coin. I think we might pull this off because I'm going to use 1 coin to create a 1 value die to put here. We get a pumpkin, and then I'll use another coin to create a 1 value die. We'll increase it, say, to a 2. I'm using 3 pumpkins, so I can break the rule of using a realm only once per turn and put a 2 there, get 2 more hearts. We ended pretty strong there. Could have done maybe a little bit better in Charterstone. In hindsight, there's probably a way I could have done that in Charterstone, maybe incorporated Charterstone into that last turn by putting a 2 here, then putting the 4 here first, then crossing on both 4s. That might have been a better use of it, but I'm happy with how things turned out. I'm getting all 6 stars from between 2 castles, and between 2 cities gets the lower of the 2 realms, and that is Charterstone. So that's 14 point, what do we have over here? 14.9. I am happy with that score. All right, thanks for playing along today. Again, I played with these special giant dice from Gatekeeper Games, who made these dice specifically for people who love Rolling Realms. I'll put a link in the description below so you can see where to get them if you want to check them out. Yeah, I think that's it for today. I'll see you back tomorrow for round 2. Take care. Bye.